Hello, people of the internet. I am Hello Lovely, and I wanted to share with you a little something I found when I was trying to figure out how to advect X particles using the new Pyro in Cinema 4D 2023.1. And so far I haven't been able to figure it out. Thought I had a solution here, but I ran into an interesting problem where I thought I should share it. And perhaps this is a bug or it's just incompatibility. But here, let me show you what's going on. Right now we have a scene with just an emitter. It's not cached, it's live, and it just shoots straight up. And then I have an XP explosion, which I've already cached. So if I turn that on and then turn on its cache, son of a bitch. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So I turn on the cache and I hit play, and we can see that there's just a really simple explosion, smoke going up, and the particles are being advected from it by using the explosion advection tab here. If I turn that off, you can see they'll start flying off. Turn it back on, whoops, they get wrapped around and everything's working as it should. And that's using a cached file that was made in X-Particles Explosion using OpenVDB. So that works as expected. So if we go back here and I turn off cache, and here I have a preloaded, this is just a volume loader that I have loaded in. You can see I have 3 channels, density, temperature, and velocity, that are saved in my cache that I cached out of using Pyro. And we can switch off the temperature here just to see what this is supposed to look like. All right, boop, goes up, looks fine. It's running off of the cache. And you can see that the particles there are not being advected at all. They're just rising up normally. So, if we pause this, go back. So that's just to show you what it looks like. We turn that off, and here I have that same explosion object that has advection turned on. And if I go and this is its cache using that same cache that I just showed you. And I enable that, you see that it is pulling the cache in, but when we hit play, you can see not only is it not showing up, and it appears to be not in the correct place, it's not showing up, and it's not advecting any particles, obviously. So this is, I'm not sure if this is a bug within X particles or whether it's some sort of bug, perhaps Cinema 4D, when it caches its VDBs, somehow they're not OpenVDB standardized format, or perhaps X particles cache object is not it's not recognizing them for some reason. So we know this method works because if I load in my cache folder here, I have, this is just a Disney cloud. So all we have to do is copy the name of that, and then append a number to it. Move that out of the way. If we go back here, and if let's say I just copy these two caches here, or these two things. Get rid of this cache tag because it'll make it here in a sec. And all we have to do is name the explosion object, what we just paid, which is the name of that VDB from that Disney cloud. And then in here, let's see, we turn this on, and all we have to do is point to, let's see, what I'm going to do here is just grab this right there, points into our cache folder. Whoops. Sorry. Set that back, and then we go in here, and this should, right, creates a cache, and then as you can see, it loads in the VDB just as you'd think it would. Now, this VDB won't advect those particles because it only has one channel, I believe, or because it's just a cloud. It doesn't have velocity. So, something's going on with the way Cinema 4D exports VDB files, or something's going on with the xparticles cache and explosion objects where it's not displaying those VDBs properly. And another interesting thing is, well, I might be able to show you, because xparticles has its own OpenVDB importer. Wait for the C. So turn that off. So we've got an OpenVDB importer here. All we've got to do is give it a file. I will grab this. Will that work? I don't know. If I can drop that in there. There we go. So that's the Disney cloud. So it loads it in. It says it has density. Now I've tried to do this with the cache. Here, well, let's try it. I'll get rid of this so it's clear, and then what I want to do is just load in one of my Pyro cached VDBs, and we'll just load it up here. Let's see, test cache, and we'll look. These are the exact same thing. This is going to crash Cinema 4D, or at least it has the last several times I've done it. So if we click open, yep, all of a sudden I can't click on anything and Cinema 4D is frozen. So that's what I had to show you. So I'm interested to see if this happens with anybody else, or whether it's just on my side, but I don't know. Let me know what you think, and I'll try to provide the files for you to play with. Thanks, guys. Bye.